What's going on, guys? It's Lecton here, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the best M4A1 setups to use. But before I get into what setups are best to use and whatever, I just want to say this shouldn't discourage you from using whatever you feel is best, alright? These are just some setups that I found to be pretty useful and pretty good in game. So the first one here is the one that I usually run pretty much at all times is no optic, no laser, compensator, defense grip, stippled tape, no stock, and and right now it does say I'm running XP boost, but if I had that off, I would be running sleight of hand. So this setup is pretty good. So and one of the reasons I think so is because the recoil, it actually, to me at least, it seems pretty easy to control, and the iron sights aren't too bad, at least for me. But if you do want to put an optic on, I would recommend taking out defense grip and putting on, well, whatever optic you do want to put on. So this setup gives you 117 handling and 103 mobility. It's like the no stock here, it really helps. I mean, it increases your handling speed, your ADS speed, and your movement speed. The stippled tape here helps increase handling speed. The defense grip slightly increases your recoil control. And the compensator decreases your horizontal recoil, which is good because if it's only vertical, it becomes a lot easier to control. Then sleight of hand, of course, increases your reload speed. So most of the time, you'll see me running this setup, especially on some more close range maps, like here on Arena. I think this is one of the best maps for this gun. I mean, I don't know, it just seems like an all-around really good setup with easy to control recoil, and also giving you some pretty good recoil control. And like I said at the beginning of the video, don't let me form your opinion on what's best. Try out some stuff, alright? See what works, see what doesn't, see what fits your play style. So in case I haven't really made it that clear yet, this setup is a very aggressive setup. Obviously you can sort of spray people down at medium ranges if you get pretty good at controlling the recoil like me, but if you can't really do that, you can still play really aggressive and it'll work out. Bro, this man here, he keeps on throwing nades around. I've died 3 times and it's only been to him and his nades. And I think honestly this setup might be a bit better, and instead of using sleight of hand, I could use something like lightweight to make me move around faster. That might be a bit better, but right now I am 2 levels or 3 levels away from it, so I'll probably get to using that once I unlock it. But I mean, sleight of hand is also a very solid choice for those of you who haven't leveled up your gun too much yet. And also there's some pretty low level stuff here, like the defense grip I think is only level 24, no stock I think is level 14, compensator might be level 27 or something, so it's not like anything's in the high 30s or 40s or something like that. So this stuff should only take you an hour or 2 to unlock. And one of the reasons I'm not using a laser to increase my hip fire is because, dude, the hip fire with this gun is extremely accurate, at least at close range. I just seem to hit so many shots with it that's actually crazy. So next setup I'm using here is a bit more like an LMG basically. So obviously we got the 50 round mag. I would not recommend using the 60 round mag because if I put this on, I lose 6 handling just for 10 extra bullets, which I don't think that's very much worth it. Then here I'm using the tac stock because this increases your ADS speed and recoil control, but decreases your vertical recoil, which I counter with the muzzle brake. Then I use quick draw because this really helps out with, more slower guns, and it keeps the handling at a solid 105. And I would usually recommend using an optic for this, but you could also just switch this out, maybe put on an underbarrel or something. But for me, I'd rather stick with an optic. So I was kind of hoping for a bit more of a longer range map, but I mean, I guess this will have to do. The reload is a bit slow on this, so if you would rather have a slower ADS speed and a faster reload, you can always put on sleight of hand. But for me, I don't think the reload's too bad. Plus, I have 50 bullets, which is probably more than enough to kill 1 or 2 people and then get away for that reload. Bro, as I say that, I get into a situation where sleight of hand could have been useful. So as you can see, this recoil is kind of intense-ish, but it mainly just goes up and a little bit to the right. So all you have to do is really pull down very slightly, not too much, and you can control it pretty well. And that's why I think a sight is usually better on a gun like this, because it helps with the recoil control a lot more. If you guys are looking for, a fast-paced LMG and you don't want to go with a slow-paced M249 or whatever gun, then you can use the M4A1 and just make yourself an LMG. Okay, that was a bit too close. Oh man, oh my god. What? Oh, no, get me out, get me out. How did these dudes not kill me? Wait. Am I hacking, bro? I am actually utterly confused right now how they did not kill me. Bro, that laser though. But if you guys do want to go for like a bit more recoil control, you can take away like the stock and maybe add on like vertical grip, for example, and that would help your recoil a lot more than maybe something like the tax stock that just increases your handling. But if you can control recoil pretty well, this is probably a setup for use. Oh no, Mans has the longsword. He was about to crusade me. Get out. You get out. You get out. Where's more people at? You. Oh man. Bro, this thing kind of tears. I might have to use this a bit more, actually. Did I just, like, slide under that man's sword? Bro, that was kind of epic. I just went 31-2 with, like, this setup. This might actually be one of the better setups for the M4A1, not gonna lie. And now we get into the final setup of this video. This is basically like an SMG setup. So you might be wondering, oh, well, why don't you just use like the 9mm conversion, which is basically SMG ammo? Well, this is severely underpowered, and even though it does give you 2 more bullets and a 950 RPM, it does 32 damage to the head, and it only has like a 70 stud range. So the setup I'm using is Viper Barrel, Defense Grip, Stippled Tape, no stock, and quick draw, but you could also use sleight of hand or lightweight if you wanted to. Yeah, so this setup, this is like if you wanted to turn this gun into an SMG, and it kind of worked. The recoil, I mean, it does look like it's really bad, but then again, if you're using it like you're supposed to, which is just basically pushing like crazy, this is the gun to go for. Oh man, I just realized there's 3 people right there. Oh man, I just realized this dude has a Glock. Holy, bro, this thing. And in case you guys are wondering why this gun sounds different, the Viper Barrel also makes this gun suppressed. So you could also use short barrel if you wanted to, if you don't really like the suppressed sound, but, you know, I mean, if it conceals you more, I think it might be a bit better. You know, honestly, lightweight might be better on this gun because it already has, like, it'll already have something like 118 handling, so maybe, like, a bit more mobility would be a bit better on this. But, you know, it's up to you guys, really, what you want to use. It's actually, like, a really fun setup to use, to be honest. I mean, basically, the M4 itself is already really fun to use, but I don't know, man. This setup, it kind of go hard. I'm stuck here right now. I can't get away. All right, there we go. That was weird. You know, I do think that the Viper Barrel, it should make you have like a lot more recoil. This doesn't even seem like it gives you that much recoil, which to me is a bit overpowered. You know, because this should be like a really close range setup, kind of like the Vector. It should have like tons of recoil like that. But for some reason, it doesn't seem to have that much, which I don't know how I feel about that, but that could all change. So there you have it, guys. I gave you 3 pretty amazing setups to use. One that's sort of like a mediocre all-around setup, an LMG setup, and a very CQC setup here at the SMG. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.